I'm Melissa, and this is the Book Break. Today I'm at the Salt Lake City FanX Comic Convention, and right now we're at the Heroic booth where they are doing great things, phenomenal nonprofit, and we're going to go talk to some authors. Is that all right?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go talk to some authors. All right, I'm here with Quan. Thank you so much for talking with me, Jared.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so you have written a number of books, but tell me first about your most recent book.
I just signed a book deal for humor anthology. It's going to be really funny. So I'm really excited about that, coming up by the Utah Humor Association.
Oh, awesome. And then you do a number of things in addition to writing. One is you are a speaker.
I am.
Tell me about that.
So I speak at multiple events from LTUE, FanX, the League of Utah Writers, story makers, and tons of little conferences all over the place.
And what do you usually talk about?
I talk about everything from craft of writing, but a lot of times people actually want to know how I manage my time. Being on 5 nonprofit boards and working 5 jobs at the same time while having 5 kids.
Oh my goodness, so 5's your lucky number.
5's the number, yes. Every time I try to go over that, it becomes too much.
Okay, cool. So tell me about some of your 5 projects. Pick 5.
Oh, wow, that is fantastic. Yeah, the League of Utah Writers is definitely one of my most loved projects. I've been working with that for about 5 years now. I'm just leaving the executive committee off the presidency of the League of Utah Writers, and it's been a pleasure to help them develop the program that they have now, but they've been around for 84 years, so they have such a rich history. It was really an honor and privilege to be a part of it and get to work with so many fantastic people.
Yeah, and how did you become a writer? I mean, with your day jobs and your nonprofits, how did you decide to be an author?
My passion started back when I was in 4th grade, but as it grew, my wife knew. She's like, "You're itching to write, I can tell." And so she really encouraged me and really got me going. And ironically, she's actually the one that kind of nudged me into all my nonprofit projects.
Oh, wow.
So it's huge thanks to her.
Yeah, and tell me about this book that you're holding right here, because this is a pretty popular book.
Yes, Changing Wax. Changing Wax is one of my favorites. It's a cautionary tale about meeting your destiny on the road to try and escape it. It's a fantasy on another world, and I loved it so much because I really wanted to make a hero out of an imp, because they're never heroes.
Oh, never, no.
so to kind of illustrate that anybody can be a hero, which I'm really excited about.
Okay, so I've got to ask the question that you talk about all the time. How do you manage your time?
There are many different facets to it, from making sure I schedule everything, making sure that I have a shared calendar with my wife, so we both know, hey, I'm going to parent-teacher conference this night, or hey, we're going to a doctor's thing, or hey, she could see on there, I'm going to a conference, don't schedule a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
So that communication is key. But on top of that, it's setting expectations with all the organizations. Each one I talk to, like TEDx Salt Lake, which I just recently started working with, we had a great conversation and I really wanted to be a part of them, but they're like, hey, this is what we expect, and I said, I can do that, and that really helps manage the time and lets me take on more projects.
Yeah, that's great. And what is one of your 5 day jobs?
So one of my 5 day jobs would be Vivint. I work up at Vivint Home Security right now, which is such a great company to work for, partially because they allow me to also volunteer to do outreach for autistic kids, which I'm very passionate, since I'm a father of 2 autistic kids.
Oh, wow. And you have 5 kids total?
5 kids total.
Do any of them read your book?
Yes, yeah, actually this one in particular I dedicated to them. I call them my 5 odd imps because they're just so wonderful. Without them I can't even imagine what life would be like, and they definitely inspire me.
Yeah. Tell me about some of your other titles that you've written, because I know that you've written a number of books.
Yes, absolutely. I'm in the Utah Horror Writers Association, Apocalypse Utah, the Infinite Monkeys anthology, A Year of the Monkey, which is fantastic. And then I've got Changing Wax, and then I've got others. I'm just not thinking of them right now.
Yeah, yeah. So what would you say is your favorite thing about being a writer?
My favorite thing about being a writer is getting the chance to invent and create a world and express my thoughts and my feelings through that world, and having characters go through it. And it's funny because it's really like an extension of myself. I get to explore my thoughts or feelings on different things, and I get to share that with people, and they get to go on that adventure with me.
Yeah. And one of the things I think is really interesting about you is you participate in a number of anthologies, right? Would you say that's helped push forward your independent writing career?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I highly recommend it. I talk to a lot of people. I call it keto for writers. Because I love the keto diet, but it's easy, simple to do, helps you refine your craft really fast and get your name out there while you're working on your bigger projects. So I recommend jumping in on those all the time.
That's awesome. And how could somebody find out about these anthologies? How did you find out about them?
Well, being involved in the community is probably the first thing that you can do. You know, join groups like the League of Utah Writers, go to events like FanX or LTUE, Storymakers. Going to these events and you'll learn about them, and then you'll figure out, okay, I need to apply for these here and there. You can always Google them, but it's funny, you'll come up with a lot of strange stuff when you Google that stuff. So finding the local ones so you can get the connections and make sure you have the right timetables is important.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the